We are using a Hero's Kubrow to stay invisible. You break invisibility by using any weapon. Using abilities won't break the invisibility. It also breaks when no enemies are in 24 meters, but enemies takes time to come and we keep nuking so our Kubrow don't die. Even if it does, we have bleed out timer of around 2 minutes, so no problem there. Just keep in mind to not stop nuking before reviving the Kubrow. We are only equipping Nuke weapon for just 2 auger mod sets, which gives us shield gating, as we are using enemy radar aura for maintaining good life support. I was able to kill 3,200 enemies in 32 minutes without dying solo in Steel Path Mo.
Lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open.
Hey guys, you need around 100k to 200k damage stacked on your mirror, as you need about 500k damage to destroy Nullifier Bubble. You can charge rest of the damage by holding first ability before throwing projectile. You can also use your first ability on a lot of tanky enemies to stack up the damage. Another option is just use any weapon to get out of invisibility so that enemy can hit you. Just use your first ability to get mirror, then use fourth ability to mark all enemies to convert our impact damage from mirror to /procs, then use 3 to get energy back and then 1 again to nuke. We have a lot of casting speed on Garuda since her abilities are quite slow, and we gonna have to spam a lot of abilities. No part of this video was sped up. So here is the build. I am using enemy radar so enemy spawns are good for solo Steel Path. Molt augmented for plus 60% ability strength for even more damage. Molt reconstruct is the best arcane for Garuda for all builds. It allows us to continuously spam our abilities since this arcane gives us back health and Garuda's third ability converts health to energy. This build have 28 meters explosion on first ability and 100% bleed chance on fourth ability. We are also using 4 Amber Archon Shard for plus 100% casting speed stacking with Natural Talent for plus 150% cast speed. You can use 1 more Amber Archon Shard for this build. We are gonna use Augur mod set for shield gating as we are using Decaying Dragon Key. We got Augur Reach on Warframe and 2 Augur mods on our pistol. We are using Hero's Kubrow to stay invisible. Once invisibility break you have to wait for 8 seconds cooldown before going invisible again. Here is the build. Put stock mod in top left slot. Medikit and Loyal Companion for 2 minutes bleed out timer. Wisp's Helminth ability Breach Surge works pretty awesome on this Garuda build. It provides CC for survivability, helps keep our pet alive so we can stay invisible and also boost our /procs from fourth ability.
And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
The build is exactly the same as Nuke build. We just replaced second ability with Wisp's Helminth ability Breach Surge. Now let's move on to our final build. Super Tank. First gonna show you how tanky this build actually is. We are using Arcane Blessing on this build with Panzer Volpathala and Synth mods. Takes like 3 to 6 minutes to fully stack. Kill any energy lich Eximus units you see as quickly as possible. You can see how tanky this build is. Once you use second ability for healing, you are basically immortal.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Here is the build.
Through the wastelands, through the highways.
Rage and Hunter Adrenaline combined with quick thinking, adaptation, Arcane Blessing and Molt Reconstruct makes this build so tanky. Also using Brief Respite and Decaying Dragon Key for shield gating for even more survivability. We are using 4 Archon Ember Shards for casting speed and 1 Tau Forged Azure Shard for healing 7.5 HP per second. We pair this build with Panzer Volpathala for getting health orbs. Here is the build. Don't use Martyr Symbiosis mod while playing Garuda. Here is Garuda Prime Talons builds. First one is for healing. Second one is for red crits. Third one is for max DPS with faction mod.